So I've had a couple of feedbacks, messages, and whatnot in regards to my Hulk 107. Okay, and I wanted to get this thing sent out for CGC, and got a couple of messages about it that asking, do I slab every single book? Why don't I enjoy them for the books that they are? No, I don't slab every single book, and I'll run through some books that I have in my collection that I've never slabbed. Stick around. Welcome back, family. Thank you so much for joining yet again. And here is the name of my video is No, I Don't Slab Everything. Don't forget to click subscribe and click like and leave a comment. I always want to hear feedback from everybody. I love getting into the conversations. Just, try to keep it clean. Try not to keep it, when you're being somebody that's contributing to the channel or when you're not. Anyway, yeah, so I got a really nice Hulk 107, and I think it has a good chance to be a 9, and I'm going to send it out for slabbing. And a couple of people are like, why am I slabbing that? Why don't I just enjoy it for the book that it is? Well, several reasons. One, I'm not particularly a Hulk fan. I definitely appreciate Silver Age books for the fact that they're Silver Age books, but I want certain books for myself. Now, if I see a book that I think that I can flip with the intention of trying to build a nest egg to get the books that I want, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not in this just so I'm going to retire off the books you see behind me. No, I'm not. I will sell a lot of the books that are behind me with the intention of building up, so maybe I can get myself a 2.0 AF-15. And that will go with me to my grave. I'm serious. I'm going to take that to my grave. Nobody's inheriting it. Okay, so don't even bother kissing up or anything. You're not getting the book. But no, I don't grade every single book. There are a lot of books that I have in my collection. Some of them are personal collection, and I'll never sell them. I'll never get them graded. I want them just for the way they are. And I'm going to run through a few that I've just pulled out tonight. I do have a first copy of Shuri #1, which I think is something that's really going to go up, and I just love that cover. I have a Hulk 182 with the Marvel value stamp, might I add. Now, it does have sustaining up at the top, but I don't care. I still love the book. See? Yes, and like I said, it's got the Marvel value stamp on it. I've got a first appearance of MODOK, 94. Kills the suspense. I have a Luke Cage Hero for Hire #1. Here we go. I can open it up. I can read it if I want to. Yay. I do have a Marvel Chillers #1, first appearance of the Darkhold, the book of the spells, or the Book of the Damned, or whatever they called it. Just because I found it in a cool box and I wanted to have it. I did pick up a really nice copy of Sleepwalker #1. Do I think it'll go anywhere? No. But, that's one of those books that that speculate. It hits from time to time and it shoots up in value and then disappears again. And if you happen to have a high slab one, you could sell it if you're ready. I just wanted to have one just for fun. I picked up my own copy of Solid Blood #17. I'm never going to get that slab. I just wanted to have one. I wanted to be able to read it. Star Wars #39, first issue of the Empire Strikes Back series, in a newsstand edition, by the way. And no, that's not getting slabbed. That is exactly the way it is. Thank you very much. I like it. Nice copy of Fear #1. That's not getting slabbed. That's a square bound book, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you it all, but oh yeah, you can actually see that's actually pretty square there. It's not mushroomed out or anything. We have a real nice right angles there. Spider-Man #97, one of the 3 books that does not have the Comic Code Authority. Spider-Man #72, rocked by the Shocker. Thunderbolts #1. Star Wars #1. This 35-cent reprint, the Charlton edition, but it's the reprint. It doesn't say reprint here, but because it doesn't have the barcode here that it is a reprint. But still, anything Star Wars #1 from that time period, absolutely worthwhile. I have 2 copies a fantastic for number 199. They're both the Charlton version, and they're both absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're both like 9.4, 9.6 books. They're great. I have a really nice copy of X-Men 282. Didn't send that off. And yes, I have the 107 Hulk that I'm sending off. I'm not sending off my 110. It's not quite as nice. It won't get as high a grade. It's still a really nice book. It's a good 6.5. Nah, 5.5. Call it 5.5. But to me, it's just, I would rather have that one. I have a 10-cent Action Comics. I'm not sending that off. And this would involve definitely for CGC only because it's magazine size. I have the Comic Scene number 31, first appearance of Harley Quinn. Let's not get into the debate. I understand that Batman, was it the Batman Adventures or whatever, number 12, is the first comic book appearance. This was 10 months earlier. She was drawn in this book. It's the first time that people got to see a version of Harley Quinn and looked at it and said, who's that? So that would be magazine size. I have an absolutely gorgeous copy of Last Ronin number 1. Never sent that off. I have two, not one, but two copies. Be very careful with these. MetaZoo number 1. There's only 1,000 copies of these. And these are absolutely blowing up people. So, I mean, these are, none of those have I sent off, nor do I have any intention to. So, no, the answer to the question is, I do not send everything that I get in for grading. There are certain books that I would really love to see those in a slab. Now, let me see. Is there anything behind me that I can see right now that I wanted to see what that looked like? Oh, I should have actually gotten one or two versions of books like this. I've got books that are, I have one that I wanted to have in a slab, which is definitely not worth slabbing. It is the first appearance of him in the Fantastic Four, 37? Something along those lines. But it's a 2.0. It's one of the books that has the cover ripped for returning. It's got that stamp right down the middle of the cocoon of all places. I just wanted to have that one slab because I thought it would really look cool in a slab. That's, everybody's got to, don't let anybody tell you what to do with your collection. That's the bottom line. If you want to have a book slabbed, have it slabbed. If you want to put it into a Mylar, put it into a Mylar. If you want to cut it all out and make a collage if you want to buy an AF-15 and cut it up and make a collage on a wall, it's your money, it's your book, it's what makes you happy. That's the bottom line, is comic books are supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to have enjoyment in this. Okay, guys, if this is totally just, I'm going to buy it and sell it, stick to the stock market, stick to the art market, okay? This isn't the place for it. This is comic books, and it's, you gotta have some fun with this. You can't, this is along those lines. If they say, if you get a job where if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, I don't believe that personally, because I know John over at Syndicate. He loves comics, and the dude works like 19 hours a day trying to make sure that everything is bagged and ordered and everything else to make sure his customers are happy. So even though it's what he loves to do, he's busted his butt over there, okay? So anybody that tells you if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, I don't believe that at all, because if it wasn't work, nobody would pay you. If it was fun, they would charge you. Nobody pays you to ride the rides of Great Adventure or Six Flags. Nobody pays you to go to watch a movie. Okay, if that's something you want to do and you take enjoyment of it, you have to pay them. So you can find a job that is not quite as aggravating. I'll buy that. But one other thing that I want to talk about real quick is that they have renamed Boba Fett's ship to the Fire Spray. Okay. When I hear Fire Spray, for some reason, and I understand that's the designation for the class of ship, but I hear Fire Spray, and the image that comes to my mind is Ghost Rider Part 2, talking about when he's taking a leak. Okay. Yeah. I hate the name, but there is an investment potential here for you guys. For 40 years, all the Lego sets and all the toys said Slave 1. Then Disney very quietly pulled them all off the shelves. And they are currently listed in the store as Boba Fett's Starship. That's the name of it. Boba Fett's Starship. That's it. As soon as, in commemoration of the new Boba Fett series coming out, it will be named Firespray. So, at that point, all the Lego sets and all the toys will be renamed Firespray. So there's going to be a very small window in time, in history, where these Lego sets are going to be called Boba Fett Starship. Those are going to be the lowest production runs. If you think about it also, a lot of people are not buying the Boba Fett Starship. When they saw that, they were immediately going online and trying to find the Slave 1 editions. Okay, they're not even paying attention to the ones in the stores that have the Boba Fett's Starship, the generic name. This is the no frills Star Wars ship. So this might wind up being the lowest print run. If you think about like Something is Killing the Children #1. Now you got print run, first printing, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth printing, whatever. There's going to be one print run that's lower than the others. There's going to be one that was lower than the others. If you think of back in the 89 or 88 Fleer set, the Billy Ripken card, I'm not going to elaborate what it said on the bottom of his bats, but if you're familiar with it, you know that they had a black box, they had an airbrush, they had a wood grain, and over the length of time, there was one version that had the lowest print run, and that was the one that maintained its value. I would recommend to people to buy a box of Lego, the larger set if possible, that says Boba Fett's Starship, because that's only going to be available for a couple of months before it actually comes out with the name Firespray. So 2021 may be that edition that 5 years, 10 years from now, everybody looks back and says, darn, I wish I got that one tiny window when it was called this. So there's my little advice for a little pickup there for you. I'm going to see if I get to the store and buy one myself now. And other than that, 490 subscribers. Whoa, we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm going to be giving away. I'm so excited when I hit 500 so I can give away Venom Annual #1 Variant Edition CGC 9.8 white page signed by Cates and Stegman. That's my 500 subscriber giveaway. Wait till you guys see what's going to be up here for 750. Ooh, it's going to blow your mind. It's already blowing mine. So, anyway, if you want to win that book, make sure you get to the 500 subscriber video. You make sure that you're a subscriber to the channel. You click like on that video and leave a comment. It's really that simple. And once I hit 500, boom, I pull a name at random. I give away that book. When I give away that book, I make a video. I say your name. And you just respond back on my Instagram or with a YouTube anyway. And I'll make sure I get that book to you. Okay? But as always, thanks for joining me. And I'm out.